This is episode 380, recorded September 9th, 2016. Packard Pokes At. P-Schlaffly-Mon, I choose you. I want to thank C. Walker from the chat room for this week's show title.
What time is it? It's Packard Pokes At time. Hat? Check. Shirt? Check. Pants? Optional. Mug? Double check. Check us out at cafepress.com/PackardPokesAt where you can get all this great merchandise and more.
Do you like Packard Pokes At and want to hear it on demand and on the go? Download the free app today at Stitcher.com. Available on iOS, Android, Nook, and iPad.
This is Packard Pokes At, and I'm poking at your news.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another fine edition of Packard Pokes At. I am your immutable and unmutable host, Packard Sonic. And joining me tonight from the far south of me, in the land of ill that is Illinois, is Tom, the atheist, on.
That would be me.
You betcha. So how was your week so far?
So far it's been crazy. It was hot and now it's cold.
Yeah, it was a little chilly today, wasn't it? Don't let this out, anybody, but I think winter's coming.
No.
Yeah, they're starting to get out the Halloween decorations already. It's not even September yet. Well, no, it is September. It's not October yet.
I was gonna say, it's the little end of September.
Yeah. Speaking of September, this is technically the first or second week of September. No, it's second week of September. And the few days from now, it'll be the 9th of September. The 11th of September.
I'd say today is the 9th.
Yeah, today's the 9th. I meant September 11th, the day that some event happened. I've
been hearing about it all day long today.
Yeah, I've been hearing about it the last few days. It's like, so people keep talking about airplanes and buildings and things like that, and I was like, what's going on? No, I know what's going on. Just totally
they're
kidding.
All preparing for a terrorist attack.
Yeah, they're all preparing for some kind of attack. I think another one, maybe. I don't know. I hope not.
Because it was 15 years. That's the one. That's when they're going to do it on.
Yeah, Connie's doing well too, apparently. So she's our listener in the chat room tonight. Oh, there's the real Paul Marshall. There he is.
Is it the real one?
Yeah, it's the real one, not the fake Paul Marshall. We had him in here last week, and we had to kick his ass out of here because the real Paul Marshall just would not stand for that.
Except no substitutions.
Exactly, except no substitutions.
Ding dong, the bitch is dead. Ding dong, the bitch is dead. Ding dong, the bitch is dead. I see and I don't count.
If you haven't heard or you've been under a rock and you're unfamiliar with conservative activist Phyllis Schlafly, she recently kicked the bucket at age 92, so she lived a long and hateful life. She started the Eagle Forum, a pro-family conservative organization, back in 1972. She served as the organization's first vice president, said in a statement that America has lost a great stateswoman, and we at the Eagle Forum and among the conservative movement have lost a beloved friend and mentor who taught and inspired so many to fight the good fight in defense of American values. Really? Telling people that they can't have jobs because they don't have a penis and they have to stay at home and make sandwiches? That's an American value? No, that's not an American value. That's never been an American value.
Well, I don't know about never. It's old American.
It's a very old American.
Like 1800s.
1800s American values.
Well, she was very old.
Yeah, she was very old. Yeah, she probably saw the 1800s, She ran unsuccessful bids for Congress shortly after she got married, and she became the first conservative celebrity in 1964 with a book called A Choice, Not an Echo, which sold 3 million copies and helped propel Barry Goldwater to the Republican nomination, but he didn't win the nomination. He didn't win the presidency, I should say. So the thing is, she was going around saying that women should stay home and not have a career, but it was okay for her to go out and try to get into Congress and have a career.
That's how you know she was conservative.
Exactly.
Do as I say, not as I do.
Yes. Total fucking hypocrite that woman was. I am so glad that she is gone. And I'm getting a bladder full, just getting ready. Just so if I find out where her grave is, I'm going to make sure I take it with me. What are your thoughts there, Tom?
I'm amazed. Whenever anyone is excited about somebody dying, it's always a conservative.
I've heard that. I've heard that statement
It's like,
before.
yeah, he's dead.
Yeah.
Who was he? A conservative? Oh, okay. That makes sense.
I actually had a small conversation with somebody. It's like, well, only the conservatives are happy when people die. It's like, they're not these people are not my friends. These people were horrible people, and just because they die doesn't mean that they get special reverence now because, they died.
Well, typically, somebody who's more liberal, when they die, the Republicans are like, yeah, boo-hoo. But when a conservative, it's typically, they're so angry all the time and hateful and spiteful that people are excited when they die.
Yeah, I think the reason
rid of
why.
Another one.
Yeah, I think the reason why is because we're excited that these people die is because they're so hateful and spiteful and they want to hold the country back.
Yes.
And we don't want to do that. We want these people to go away, and if they won't go away on their own, then we have to wait until they die. And so it's like, yay! Now we can take a step forward again.
Yeah.
She was basically one person who got the ERA stopped. No, one of the things that she said is if we got the ERA, that's the Equal Rights Amendment back in the 70s, that we would have gay marriage if we had that. We didn't get the ERA, but we got gay marriage. I'm only happy that she lived long enough to see that she was fucking wrong.
They're always wrong.
Yeah, they're always wrong. They're usually 9 times out of 10 they're usually wrong.
And most are not like Glenn Beck, though. It's wrong every week. He makes predictions.
Yeah.
This is absolutely going to happen.
Yeah.
And the next day, it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Surprise.
Yeah, Glenn Beck is a prognosticator of prognosticators if that was the real thing. I mean, he makes things not happen. By saying that they're going to happen, he does the exact opposite.
Exactly.
I think that with Beck, though, he just has these fever dreams of what he actually wants to happen, and then he goes, well, this is going to happen. The president's going to come out and say, hey, I'm a Muslim, been a secret Muslim this whole time. Ha, ha, ha. Which is never going to happen. But anyway.
I know on his last day, he may, hey, Glenn, I'm Muslim.
Yeah.
Surprise!
Surprise! I was a Muslim this whole time. Ah! You know what? Even let's just say, if he were to actually say that, he came out. Let's say after the president leaves, he says, "Oh, by the way, everybody, I was an atheist, or I was a Muslim, or I was a Pastafarian, or I was a Cthulhuist." It wouldn't matter because it says right in our Constitution, no religious test.
Yeah.
I am glad that she is gone, to be honest.
Teach me how to be sensible, logical, oh, responsible, practical.
And tonight we have our logic game, and I'm going to give Tom a logic question. So let's see if you can figure out what this is. All right, the question for tonight is, that's perhaps true for you, but it's not true for me. Is this statement A, appeal to fear, B, a straw man, C, relevance fallacy, or D, sweeping generalization?
That's perplexing.
Mm.
Perhaps true for you, but it's not true for me.
Mm-hmm. Which one do you think it is? A, B, C, or D?
It's relative fallacy.
You think it's C?
I think it is.
Okay, we got the real Paul Marshall saying C. Connie is saying C. Let's see if everybody's correct. The answer is...
Bum, bum, bum,
bum, bum. Correct. You are all correct. Relevance fallacy. Rejecting a claim because of a belief that truth is relative to a person or a group. Basically, it's like, because my religion says Jesus had a Snickers before he died, therefore it's true. And you may not believe it, and there's no evidence of that, but because I believe it, or my group believes it, it's automatically true.
Yeah.
Or a better example would be, because my group believes that aliens were brought here and dropped in volcanoes by UFOs shaped like DC-10s, therefore it's true.
That still cracks me up. DC-10s.
DC-10s.
Contact us by email at ppappodcast@gmail.com or on Twitter as @Packard Pokes At. Like us on Facebook.com/Packard Pokes At. Call our Google Voice and leave a message at 662-709-PPAP or 662 877-709-7727, and we will respond to it on the show. Friday nights at 9 p.m. Central Time, join us live at vonlive.tv/Packard Pokes At. During the show, you can share your thoughts with us by calling 857-216-3200 using PIN number 35368 or on uberconference.com/Packard Pokes At. For links to the stories, visit our show page at packardpokesat.wordpress.com. You can help support the show by purchasing merchandise from cafepress.com/Packard Pokes At or make a donation to the show at patreon.com/Packard Pokes At. If you can't afford any money, why not share the show with your friends and rate us on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, Spreaker, and on YouTube. For everyone that shares and rates us, you kick ass.
The Atheists,
The Bible.
and No Wardrobe, the podcast.
Wait a minute. No wardrobe? You mean we're going to be naked while we do this?
Well, seeing how I'm an atheist and I'm reading the Bible, and since clothes are flammable,
Fire! Fire! Fire!
I thought it might be a good idea to take them all off first.
Naked or not, follow along as we read, analyze, and try to keep you from falling asleep as we go through this boring-ass book.
Find us on iTunes, Stitcher, and Spreaker. Who knows? We may even be on YouTube someday. And be sure to check out our secondary podcast, The Atheist, the Bible, and No Wardrobe. A new episode or show, whatever you want to call it, dropped this morning. And shit's getting weird, folks. The Bible is weird, but the fact is that we're actually reading it is weirder. So there is so much crap in there. There is just so much crap in there. So be sure to check it out. You can find it on iTunes, Stitcher, Spreaker. And the thing is with Spreaker is that they have limited resource space. So whatever is there. But you can always find the main catalog of everything back on iTunes or at the main homepage at abandnw.wordpress.com. You can find everything there.
So these Pokemon creatures are like virtual cyber demons.
Yes, digital demons.
Digital demons. And inside the True News building was a virtual cyber demon. The enemy, Satan, is targeting churches with virtual digital cyber demons.
You keep using the word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
Over in Russia, Pokemon Go has hit it big. Well, at least for a little while it did. I mean, everybody was getting this buzz for the Pokemon Go. It's still a thing overall, I guess, because I'm out doing the things that I have to do, and I'm still seeing people out walking around and going, flip, flip, flip. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's what you're doing. You're playing the Pokemon Go.
They're probably bringing it to the Apple Watch.
Yeah, they are bringing it. From what I understand, they are bringing Pokemon Go to the Apple Watch. So that's going to be interesting. I can just see people doing that now, you know. But anyway, the thing is about the Pokemon Go being out in Russia there is, over in Russia, they're not very tolerant of, well, anything, especially lately. There is a Russian kid. He's going to go to jail for doing nothing but playing Pokemon Go.
What?
In a church.
Ah,
that's where the shit hits the fan.
Sacrilege.
Sacrilege, exactly. His name is Ruslan Slovkovsky. I hope I nailed that. I probably did. I probably screwed it up. I don't know. He was filmed catching Pokemon Go in the church in the All Saints in Yekaterinburg at the beginning of August. He could face up to 5 years in jail after he filmed himself playing in the church. And because he was there, he put it up on his YouTube page, and he got over 900,000 hits. That's a lot of hits for one video. And he's warning players that they could be jailed if they play the game in the church. He said, I decided to catch some Pokemon in church because why not?
They're there.
Yeah, they're in there. I believe it's both safe and not prohibited by law. Let's go. Police began to investigate Slovosky shortly after the video was posted on August 11th. Okay, stop. Full stop right there. Police decide to come investigate. They see you playing Pokemon Go in a church, and police go, holy shit, we got to get him.
It's nice that they have a zero crime rate, that they can crack down on Pokemon.
Yeah, someone's playing Pokemon Go at a church. I guess we need to go nail that motherfucker, because apparently it's just horrible. In a statement released on Saturday, the local investigation committee said 21-year-old had been charged with inciting hatred and offending religious sensibilities and detained for 2 months.
I thought Russia was a godless country.
It used to be. It actually used to be for a long time. At least that's what I was always told when I was a Christian. That, those godless communists. That's the reason why we have in God we trust on our money, and we have it in the Pledge of Allegiance and all this other happy horse shit, because we got to make sure we got to stave off those godless communists. Yuck. And he added that the penalty could reach up to 5 years in prison. Could you imagine that conversation? You're in prison. You're the guy that just killed somebody. You're a guy that's been raping people. You're a guy that just slaughtered his family because, well, they didn't bring supper to the table fast enough. And they're you're going round robin trying to figure out what everybody done. And as soon as you get the guys, what'd you do? I playing Pokemon, going to church. Holy shit, we got to get away from this motherfucker because he's a badass.
I'm not sure what state it is in or what county, but somebody made it a jailable offense to return a library book late.
Oh, shit.
So imagine being in jail for that. What are you in for? Returning a library book late? What are you in for? Pokemon in a church?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Couple of badasses.
I'd be afraid to return it at that point. If I was late, I was like, oh shit, I'm a day late. I'm going to go to jail for returning a book late. That would encourage more people to actually keep the books, not return them.
Encourage them not to read.
Yeah, definitely encourage them not to read. Do you want to go to the library and check out a book? Oh, hell to the no. I might forget it and leave it in my locker or at home and on the couch or something, or my little sister might hide it in her room, and I'll never get it back on time, and I'm going to go to jail. Fuck to no.
It's a crazy world.
Yes, it is. It is very strange. Now, the Russian Orthodox Church spokesman Vladimir Legodin posted on his Facebook page saying that Slavsky, I'm sorry, I'm totally murdering his name, is a well-known young blogger who works in the style of Charlie Hebdo. Really? He's going out drawing pictures of Muhammad? Okay, whatever. And he said he had not been arrested for catching Pokemon Go. Bullshit! Bullshit! You're saying he incited hatred towards the church by playing Pokemon Go in the goddamn church. Pussy Riot, which is a great name for a band.
Have they gotten out yet? I know some of them have.
Yeah, a couple of them have been arrested, but there's this one video where they went up to a cross. It was made of wood, and they're running around topless, which I'm all for.
Yeah.
I'm all for seeing women topless for any reason. Yes, I'm a pig, okay? But they cut the cross down at an angle, so this way it couldn't be reassembled or put back up easily. They'd have to go out and buy a new one or have a new one made or whatever. It does say here they are also for the same offense that sent two women from the Pussy Riot for the collective prison for 2 years in 2012. So they're probably out by now. So it's still stupid. It's still stupid. The fact is that if you make someone upset because you insulted their religion, you go to jail. Times like this, I'm glad that I live in this country because we can do that because religion is an idea. Religion deserves no respect. Neither do your ideas.
But what's really crazy is these, what they're considering offensive.
Yeah.
I mean, cutting down a cross, that's borderline. But, I mean, whoop-de-doo.
Yeah.
They're playing Pokemon Go.
Yeah.
I mean, they're in the church.
Yeah.
He's only getting there to collect what's there.
Right. Which are put there randomly by the servers. Now, the mayor of Yekaterinburg, I'm probably murdering that name, he said the arrest was a disgrace. Okay, on that point I agree, but he could have stopped there. He could have just stopped right there, but no, he went on and said, you can't arrest a man for idiocy. What did he do that was stupid? Nothing. He was just doing whatever normal people would do because new technology comes along and you can do certain things. It wasn't stupid. I mean...
Yeah. Now, if the church had been smart, they would have thought, this is how we get people in.
Exactly.
Let's invite all the kids. Hey, there's Pokemons here. Come get them.
Yes. Now, there is a hashtag. If you want to put this on your tweets or your Facebook page, it's Free Golofsky. It's hashtag FREESOKOLVSKY. So if you want to help, I mean, I don't know what that really will help. I mean, people put hashtags on shit, and I don't know if it gets much traction. But if you want to put that hashtag on your tweets or whatever, this way you can maybe send a message saying, hey, Russia, this is kind of stupid. To send someone to jail for 5 years for something like this, that takes a lot of stupidity, and you're being really stupid.
Well, hashtags actually do pretty well. There was one for I forget Airbnb.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of discrimination, or at least the perception of discrimination. So somebody started the hashtag Black for Airbnb, and that's caught a lot of traction and gotten a lot of attention and gotten Airbnb to change some of their policies. So
yeah, well, that's a business, not a country. Countries have a tendency to go, yeah, well, we're a country. We're fucking Russia. We have all this land. Your hashtag, don't scare us, I mean, a business, we go, yeah, because we depend on the money from people coming in to use our services. That would scare them. But a country's like, yeah, they're going to come to us or not, or whatever. We really don't give a shit. So, I'm not holding out much hope that it will do anything, but I'm hoping it will do something.
Worth a shot.
It's worth a shot. Worth a shot. And again, that hashtag is hashtag FREESOKOLVSKY.
Why does everyone keep thinking I'm a troll?
And tonight we have our True or Trolls segment, and Tom is taking the reins and trying to see if he can troll me or see if I know what his headline is actually a true headline. Okay, Tom, what's the first headline?
I'm saying 9/11 is not a holiday yet, is it?
What's that?
9/11 is not a holiday yet.
No, it's not a holiday yet. Not yet.
I was going to say this is holiday related, but it's not a holiday.
All right.
Customer has to tell Delta Airlines that New Mexico is in the U.S.
Oh, God. I'm going to say that's a true.
Very sadly, it is true.
Oh, God damn. That's one I wish I was wrong about.
This is going to be a tricky one, and I'll tell you afterwards.
Okay.
Shipment of Samsung smartphones explodes during transport. 3 dead.
Oh. That sounds like it's... I think that's a partial true, because there have been a lot of phones that have been exploding, but I haven't heard anybody dying, so I'm going to say it's a troll.
Very good. I would say that you're correct there. Some airline actually is telling people you can't bring sampling smartphones because they're afraid they're going to blow up in flight. That they've got to be turned off completely.
By the way,
cannot be stowed away.
By the way, Tom, where was the headline for that first story from?
Oh, the first one was from American News X.
And the second one
is from, let's see, I can't even tell. Hot Topics.
Okay.
No, World News Daily report.
World News Daily? Because World News Daily is a little sketchy, but but let me hit my correct buzzer. There we go.
Sarah Palin, back in the news again. I'm sick of being called a racist. If it's so dangerous for blacks here, they can go back to Africa.
I'm going to call troll on that one.
Yeah. I would have believed that, though. That's from El Newslo.
El Newslo. Newslo. Okay, I'm at what is that? 20, 40, 3 out of 5 so far. Okay, that's what 60%, I think. All right, so far.
British pub claims its ghost was stolen. Demands Chinese artist return it.
I'm going to say that one's a true.
It is true.
Because it's so stupid.
From the Huffington Post.
Oh, jeez.
Christians criticized for failing to publicly denounce actions of pedophile priest.
I'm going to say that's a troll.
That is a troll. Of course, no one's going to denounce the Christians or Christians are never going to denounce a pedophile priest.
Yeah, they would.
That's a bread and butter.
That's a bread and butter. Well, how about that? I got 100 tonight. Yay!
I'm much impressed.
I'm impressed with me. How well did everybody else do at home? Did you do as good as I did? It's only happened twice. I've got 100%. So let's hope everybody else at home did as good.
Yeah, so a lot of those I would have been stumped.
Yeah,
especially with the Samsung one.
Yeah, well, I've been hearing a lot about these phones exploding. So yeah, but I didn't hear about anybody dying. I think that would have came across my desk. You know? So I was like, oh, okay, well then it's time to take the phones in. So
and Sarah Palin, you never know what she's going to say.
Yeah, Sarah Palin's a whole bag of crazy, but I've been saying, yeah, some of the shit it sounds plausible and like turns out to be total garbage. So I'm like, I have to be careful with her. All right, we'll be back next week with our regular longer show, and we have a guest, unworshipped deity. He's going to be our guest host with us on the show, so be sure to come and join us then at 9 o'clock Central Time, 9 p.m. Central Time here on VaughnLive.tv/Packard Pokes At. Until then, this has been Packard Pokes At. We just poked at your news.
And that's a wrap.